So today I just wanted to talk a little bit because we are going into the 4-day challenge, guys. And I figured it would only be prudent to talk a little bit about praying for our health in terms of preparing us to go into that 4-day challenge.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to talk just a little bit about from the book of Genesis 32, 24 to 26. And I'm just going to go ahead and read that. This is a story that involves Jacob. If any of you are familiar with Jacob, a lot of us know him from robbing his brother Esau of his birthright. And so he's lived a life that has followed him. I think the name Jacob actually means to deceive. And so Jacob has kind of lived up to his name. And so he's at a point in his journey now where he's about to face Esau off. And Esau is heard to be having an army with him. And he's fearful because it's like, what is his brother going to do? Is he going to kill his family? He splits them up so that he wouldn't be able to catch them. And so he's in this state of anxiety. And so Jacob now has this moment where he's probably praying, reaching out to God. And someone interjects into the story and starts wrestling with Jacob. And we later find out that this person that he was wrestling with was God. And Jacob is wrestling him right up until the morning, to the point where um, he says, I'm not going to let you go. But let me read it, and then we'll focus on what the title of this message is. This little mini message is called, I Will Not Let You Go Until You Bless Me. And so I'm just going to read this little insert. It says, this left Jacob all in the camp, and a man came in and wrestled with him until the dawn began to break. When the man saw that he would not win the match, he touched Jacob's hip and wrenched it out of socket. Then the man said, let me go, for the dawn is breaking. Okay, so they've been wrestling for a long time. But Jacob said, I will not let you go until you bless me. And when you listen to the rest of that story, you see how Jacob's name ends up being changed to Israel, and he turns a new leaf, and he gets a blessing out of that wrestling with God. And so the past life that he was living, he leaves behind and he creates a new life going forward. And guys, I felt like this was so prudent to talk about today as we go into the 4-day challenge, because I want you to have this mindset going into the 4-day challenge that, you know what? No matter what happens, no matter what diet has failed in the past, the feelings of guilt or doubt or fear and all of those things that I've had around my health in the past, I want you to go into the 4-day challenge and hopefully beyond that with the mindset that I am not going to give up until God blesses me.
Mm.
And that blessing, because you have to remember, even though his hip was fractured in the wrestle, and even though you guys are going to come up with obstacles, or you might feel like I can't do this, or you might say, you know what, I feel like throwing in the towel. Whatever fracture you get, I want you to hold on to the fact that if you stay the course, if you fulfill the process, and you have that mindset that I am not going to let this thing go until I get to the other side of my goal, until God blesses me, whatever that is for you, right? For some of us, we're working on our diabetes. For other people, we're trying to lose weight, breaking our addiction to food. Whatever it is for you, you are going to wrestle this thing out between you and God in prayer and in sticking to the guidelines. And you are not going to let go until God blesses you. This is the mindset. If you guys agree with me, go ahead and put in the comments, I am going to do this until God blesses me. I'm not bailing out. I'm not giving up. I know that I've tried diets in the past and they didn't work and I threw in the towel. I am not letting go until God blesses me. I'm going into the 4 days knowing that I'm going to complete it. And even after the 4 days, I feel like I'm going to continue with this, because I'm telling you, if you have that mindset like Jacob had when he was at the worst point, when he had already failed, where he had already lived up to the name of deceit, right? And he had an opportunity, and God changed his name in that moment. And God can do the same for you. He can change your health in this moment, but you need to carry that same vigor, that same, I'm not letting you go, God. I'm going to wrestle this thing out in prayer. I'm going to wrestle this thing out with you, no matter what it takes, no matter how tempted I am, no matter how weak I feel, no matter with whatever my flaws are. I'm going to find the strength in you because I am going to wrestle this thing out with you no matter what.